Well, good morning from Bethel, Maine. I guess it's just a little before 6 a.m. or just a little bit after. I see the sky is clear. It is cool. It really looks like a beautiful day here. There's cars cranking down the road. And I'm having some trouble with Daisy. She's low on oil. Almost. She's right above the low line. She uses some, BMW. I wanted to say IBM. That's funny. BMW wants her to have some Motorrad oil, some groovy German oil. It's probably awesome, and I'm sure I could find something to use, locally. But I'm going to go to Falmouth because there's a Motorrad dealer in Falmouth, and it's about an hour and a half away, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and take the highways. I'm going to try and knock it out this morning and not just piddle around like I normally do with my eyes on the scenery and stuff. And hopefully they'll be able to repair the rear tire. The rear tire is losing about 6 pounds of pressure overnight, and the software on the motorcycle is just screaming at me every morning. You must get off your motorcycle now, schnell, schnell. You must stop. Check your tire pressure. And I know it's just going to be screaming at me when I drive the half mile into town to put some more air in the tire. The German engineers really know how to get your attention, and that's a good thing. You don't want to ride around and be taking corners at a real honking speed and a real honking angle if your tire's gonna roll off the rim because it's underinflated. That would suck. So I guess it's best to have a motorcycle that wants to take care of you and tells you to get the hell off the road. But anyway, so Falmouth is my goal this morning. I'll update when I get there. Hopefully it'll just be a repair. If not, hopefully they'll have the tire in stock. And if they don't have the tire in stock, I'm going to leave my stuff in Bethel in my room. Tom, this guy I met a couple days ago here in Bethel, he and I hung out last night and went to a local establishment where they had some live music. And it was really a good time. He's a great guy. I'll explain more about him later. Let's just say he spends his days hanging off of windmills that generate electrical power, and he repairs the blades and does other repair work on them. And so he spends his days hanging over beautiful, beautiful landscapes with his friends, repairing windmills. He's really an interesting guy, and he's a real good guy, But anyway, more about him later. Yeah, Daisy needs some help. The tire doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look bad at all, really, when you just glance at it. But I know when I start up the electrical system on the bike, it's just going to start screaming at me, and it's going to tell me to get off the road. And of course, I'm going to have to get on the road to get down to to the gas station to top off the tire, and then get down the road to Falmouth. So that's my plan this morning. Coffee, tire topping off, and busting my butt down to Falmouth, Maine, just north of Portsmouth. Kind of a suburban kind of a town to Portsmouth. And it should be interesting. I've never been in that part of the world before. And I know that the motor rod dealers are, generally good, helpful guys, It'll be fun to talk to them about my exploits and see how they can help me this morning.